My name's John Whitcomb. I'm Executive Head Teacher of the Westlands Academies Trust.
I'm Andrew Carter, Head Teacher, South Farnham School in Farnham, Surrey.
That phrase, New Freedoms, has been bandied around quite a bit.
Everybody says, what are you going to change?
It's a change of mindset.
People look for New Start Academies to be organisations that suddenly do things differently.
People keep asking me, what do you want to do different? Well, actually, I don't know yet.
I think to a certain extent they've missed the point.
We wouldn't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
We're certainly up for change, that's for certain. The key difference is we'll become independent, funded directly from the Department for Education. If you have young children, you look after them. And as they grow up, they become more and more independent. I think we'd mostly be pretty disappointed if our children at the age of 35, we were still paying their gas bill for them. What the local authority, I think, has got to understand, some schools just grew up. I think we could look certainly at the length of our school day.
I don't think they should make the day longer because that's quite a lot of our day gone. By the time you've had tea and stuff, it would be about 5:30 and been picked up, so I don't think they should make the day longer.
And also our holiday periods.
I think that would be a bit unfair too. I wouldn't mind a week because that still gives us about 4 or 5 weeks.
We went through quite a detailed consultation process, and I think when teachers and support staff understood that there were going to be no seismic changes in terms of how we operated the school, and that it was very much more of the same, and we were going to continue with the same terms and conditions for teachers and support staff, I think they just sort of took it in their stride.
Excellent, brilliant, okay. The aim is not to change things. This school is a successful school. It's had an outstanding Ofsted, and that's because of all the people that work in here together and make it like that. So why would you want to change that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Where's Josh got the 8 from? Because he's now doing 8 times 5, which is right.
I would like to say that good teachers should be paid more money, and I'd like to be able to take a young teacher who is perhaps 6 months into the profession, who is showing flair and imagination, and say, I can give you just a little bit of extra cash as a sort of an encouragement, which is difficult to do now.
You don't have to collect data from anybody else. I think the most important thing that he's made clear to us is that the pay and conditions and the sick, the maternity pay, that won't change for our school when we go into becoming an academy, because that's one of the things that the school can set for themselves.
The independence with it brings it with it the opportunity to do things differently. I would like to see schools running 48 weeks a year, but in a different way, and certainly summer camps, certainly gifted and talented musical things, child minding, and you could say you can do all of these things now. You can, but it's more difficult to do it, and you can just respond very quickly. What you can do is start something here. If it doesn't work, stop it and move into something else.
Some of the areas of the curriculum that we're looking forward to moving into might be environmental science. We're looking at retail and we're looking at motor mechanics.
What Academy status allows us to do with the funding that is with us now is that we are able to make local decisions for the benefit of children, and that can mean putting on courses that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to offer.
Can you tell me? We'd certainly be wanting to have a look at the freedoms in the national curriculum. There's a white paper about to come out which will be looking at that. We'll have opportunities maybe to do history, geography slightly differently.
You don't have to teach French in the school. Modern foreign languages isn't something that's an actual requirement we do in this school here. So maybe that would be something that we'd be looking to expand, perhaps a wider range of different languages. But what we are doing works at the moment, so I wouldn't need to, we're not going to completely overhaul the curriculum because what we're doing works, but we're just going to be looking for ways to expand and make it even better for the children.
And also we'd be looking at employing a whole different range of people. I mean, we're interested now in looking at it, seeing how it would be possible, if possible, to employ someone from overseas via video link to teach French. Now that might be an interesting concept. I mean, nothing to stop us doing it now. I tell you what academies do, though, is an interesting thing. They start you thinking differently. You actually begin to say, well, can we do this? Now, I guess if I wanted to do something like that at another time, I'd have to sort of ask someone probably. I don't know, probably wouldn't, but I might have to. But I now know for certain I don't.
I think an academy is the ability to work independently. You determine how much local authority involvement you want, so you use it rather than it perhaps directing you.
Things are going to be different. That's the fear and ultimately the excitement.